Hello and welcome to Daily Burst on PFTV, your quick and refreshing soft angle to news on society, lifestyle, culture and stories that matter. I am Jennifer Faga, here to do stories putting people first. At least 22 bodies have been recovered following an attack on Benue communities in Ukum local government area of Benue State. The disclosure was made by a member of the House of Representatives representing Logo Ukum Kasinala Federal Constituency, Solomon Wombo. The attack reportedly occurred 5 a.m. on Sunday when armed men invaded Ayaba, Ukben, Bom, Abajio, and Yina communities. Several residents were killed while others sustained injuries and were displaced. Lunar Development, a coalition of opposition political parties, is intensifying efforts to forge a united front ahead of the 2027 general elections with the aim of challenging the All Progressive Congress (APC). PFTV's correspondent now reports.
A coalition of opposition political parties is intensifying efforts to forge a united front ahead of the 2027 general elections with the aim of challenging the All Progressive Congress (APC). The initiative, led by the G100 movement, has secured the backing of 6 opposition parties, including the African Democratic Congress (ADC), Nigeria Democratic Congress (NDC), a faction of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Allied People's Movement (APM), People's Redemption Party (PRP), and Social Democratic Party (SDP). The coalition met with the leadership of the House of Representatives Minority Caucus to seek support for its plans. Minority Leader Fred Agbedi said opposition lawmakers have embraced the G100 vision and are committed to working together to achieve its objectives. Following a 2-hour meeting, the Minority Caucus agreed to participate in the National Opposition Summit scheduled to hold later this August. The summit is expected to provide a platform for further discussion on opposition unity ahead of the 2027 general election. The latest development highlights growing efforts among opposition parties to establish a common front as political activities ahead of the 2027 general elections intensify. Reporting for PFTV, I am Jennifer Faga.
We will now take a quick break to return shortly. Please stay with us.
On PFTV Spotlight, the heat is real.
Can you defend your promises? Can you face the people? Can you survive the hot seat?
Politicians, leaders, contenders, one by one, they face Nigeria's toughest political conversations.
No scripts, no excuses, just the truth.
This election season, don't just hear promises.
Welcome to Nick's Hot Seat, only on PFTV Spotlight.
Your one stop where stories come live.
You're watching Daily Burst on PFTV. Presidential candidates and political parties ahead of the 2027 general elections have signed a peace accord pledging to conduct issue-based campaigns and reject violence, hate speech, fake news, and ethnic or religious incitement. The accord was signed in Abuja under the auspices of the National Peace Committee ahead of the commencement of campaigns. President Bola Tinubu was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, while presidential candidates Peter Obi, Adewale Adebayo, and Omoyele Sowore attended the ceremony, while Atiku Abubakar was absent. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has projected that Nigeria's registered voters will exceed 100 million ahead of the 2027 general elections. Our correspondent now gives us the details.
The Commission says it will deploy about 1.4 million ad hoc personnel across more than 176,000 polling units nationwide. INEC's Information and Voter Education Committee Chairman Mohammed Haruna said the current voter registration has surpassed 93 million, with figures expected to rise after the completion of the continuous voter registration exercise. INEC Chairman Professor Joash Amupitan also disclosed that the Commission would deploy its automated biometric identification system to detect and remove duplicate voter records. Reporting for PFTV, I am Jennifer Faga.
We'll bring you more news after the break. Please stay with us.
Meet the sisters.
Welcome back to Daily Breast on PFTV. The National Human Rights Commission (NHRC) has raised concern over the growing use of smartphones and digital platforms to perpetrate human rights abuses in Nigeria. Presenting its July 2026 Human Rights Situation Dashboard, the Commission said it recorded 999 complaints nationwide. The NHRC identified online harassment, cyberbullying, digital surveillance, data exploitation, blackmail, extortion, and hate speech among emerging technology-enabled violations. The Commission also recorded 25 cases of sexual harassment against children and minors in July, stressing that conventional rights abuses such as killings, kidnapping, and violence remain a major concern. On the foreign scene, Liberia is set to receive up to 1,200 foreign nationals deported from the United States over the next year as the President Donald Trump's administration intensifies its immigration crackdown. The Liberian government says the first batch of 20 deportees is expected to arrive on Thursday. The arrangement is part of a wider U.S. policy of sending deportees to third countries, including African nations, even when they are not citizens of those countries. That is it on this edition of Daily Breast on People's First Television. I am Jennifer Faga. Stay informed, stay inspired, and stay connected. This is PFTV. Have a great day.